Four men, one mission, one goal, to seek answers from the paranormal world, exploring haunted locations. For centuries that quest has continued, but answers still remain. Do ghosts exist amongst the living? We seek the truth and believe paranormal worlds exist and remain and reach out in many forms. Ghosts, demons, poltergeists, dark energies. We seek only the truth for what we believe is the truth. Paranormal worlds exist and reach out in many forms. Follow our quest, our journey through haunted England into the dark side to seek the truth.
You say chop his head off? Oh, God, what was that?
Come on, fry me. Electrocute me. Did the crime, give me the punishment.
Welcome to Hauntings of England. Tonight we're going to investigate Little Dean Jail, Gloucestershire. This jail has many stories of paranormal activity. Tonight we aim to discover and unlock the secrets of the jail.
Built in 1791 by William Holburn and was used as an house of correction until 1854, brutality reigned. Murderers, prostitutes, innocents as young as 8 years old resided within these darkened walls. Often they were whipped with a birch, and along with the castaways of society, suffered many punishments. Once inside, there was no return. The hellish nightmare began, and for most ended only in their demise. 3 babes born, 1 survived. Not a single tear was shed. The last known witchcraft trial took place at the jail in Gloucestershire in 1906. Ellen Hayward, known as Ode Ellen, defended herself and was subsequently later found not guilty. So join us as we step inside the corridors of pain. Come with us as we walk the wheel. We walk the wheel through the Little Dean Jail.
Tonight we welcome fellow paranormal investigators Tom Newell, Carl Hutchinson and Joe Titcombe to the Little Dean Jail to lend a hand on this investigation.
Well, no, it was opened in 1791 as a house of correction, so it was only minor crimes that was here, not anything major. You come through the gatehouse and you've got, as you're looking towards it, the fumigation chamber on your left where they were deloused and scrubbed in a lead bath. And on the right is the turnkey's cottage, which was just one up, one down with a little pantry. They actually had a lot of staff for the whole of this building because they had the matron and the master of the jail. Then you also had a schoolmistress. You also had a schoolmistress, the vicar, the doctor, and some warders as well. So you had quite a lot of people around because at one time, I think the most they ever had in here at one time was 13. So you had the male wing, which was behind you, and then what is now the courtroom used to be the female wing. So it used to be the same. So they were kept completely separate. They had 2 cells each, a day cell and a night cell, and they also had their own exercise yard depending on their sex and their crime, so that they never mixed because badness was catching like coughs. So they actually had a very good diet here with some meat as well as bread and everything else. So some people actually committed crimes to get in here. If you were a woman and you were drunk and disorderly, or lewd behaviour, then you were locked up here with your children. You were locked up here from as young as 7. So if you ran away from apprenticeships or stealing, any sort of minor crimes whatsoever, 2 8-year-olds were locked up here for 2 weeks with a whipping a week each for riotous behaviour in church. So the prison itself, because it wasn't very well used, the magistrates did just used to send their prisoners straight to Gloucester. So they then decided to close it in 1865, and then they kept it open as a police station and courthouse. So they knocked out the floor in the female cells, and the courthouse went from floor to ceiling, 2 floors. We had some notorious local cases like the last witch tried in England. She conducted her own defence and she got off. We've also had a local rapist called Bermuda Dick, who, with a gang of other men from the forest, raped this woman on her way home from work, and they were found guilty and deported to Bermuda. So his wife remarried, thinking that he must have died en route, but he actually survived, served his time, and then came back. So he's actually related to a local historian who has written a book on that and everything. So I didn't even tell you about the punishment bit. As you're going through the cells and you go out into the outbuilding where the Quattrofenia things are now, that's where all the punishments used to take place. So the original thinking when they opened this house of correction was that they would teach them a new trade and stop them from re-offending. But then they soon realised that the sentences were far too short, although the first prisoner, a 19-year-old labourer, was locked up for 3 months with a whipping for stealing a spade. So it was quite a severe sentence in our time. But they soon realised that it wasn't long enough to learn a new trade. So they then went back to good old punishment and just whipped and had the punishment wheel, where they just had to keep running up the steps. So that all took in that outbuilding.
So basically, there was no hangings or anything here. It was just a correctional house,
yes. But they're not sure what was here beforehand. So some local historians think there might have been an ironworks here because there's running water nearby. We've got 2 wells actually outside underneath the Quattrofenia building.
Amazing place. Weird, absolutely. What they've got in here, there's some weird feelings down the end of the cells.
Like the same, it's like light-headed, pressure.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it's really hot.
Yeah, both me and Joe got like
Yeah.
pressure on our head.
We've had it instead.
especially in the Holocaust room.
Yeah, the Kray's room. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tom, what do you reckon then?
I reckon it, well, hopefully I've got big hopes for tonight.
Yeah, and it's like the upstairs as well, something up there.
Yeah, there's a skeleton up there, a few other artefacts, bit like down here really. So it should be good, fingers crossed.
What do you reckon then, Stu, standing next to the original suit of the Krays? It's unbelievable. You actually own that.
Which Kray was it? Ron Kray?
Ron Kray.
Bought at auction.
No, certainly a strange place. And
Right.
also, we've got all the prison cells. Obviously, things have happened through history as well, within the walls, but the people who are in the place now brought things in from different eras, from the Ku Klux Klan to the Holocaust in the Germany and the Nazis. And I'm sure that'll these objects, original objects, will have some sort of attachments to them.
Wait till you get the lights down then. Get in some solitary confinement.
Yeah, I think I know one of the rooms was a bit spooky. That Holocaust one, when I went in there, it made me head go a bit funny. So.
What's your impressions of this Little Dean jail then?
It's great here. I think we're going to get a lot of stuff tonight. Everything's here for us. It's going to be great tonight. Super.
Yeah, it's got that feel, hasn't it? It's like
2000 all.
oppressive. This is just like going back in time. This is
Certainly is, yeah.
this is.
This is a place to be if you want the history of everywhere.
It's a bit mad, isn't it? I'm just feeling very disorientated and sick. So we shall see. Bring it on.
So then, Gary, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it looks an amazing place. Very old. A lot of bad things happening here. Who knows? We find something to be great.
Right, looking forward tonight, the investigation time down at Little Dean Jail, Gloucestershire. Superb place, memorabilia everywhere. Oh, it's like no other place I've ever been to. You just can't explain how creepy this place is.
Encased, chastened by the ticking sands of time, what lays under a moonlit night as we open the door and step inside the Little Dean Jail.
Hard to find. You just said there's a lot of activity in here, but can't find it reported. It's just
There's nothing down documented. This is why, hopefully, we're going to find some. Right, we're going to start off the investigation in the punk room, in an old cell.
Okay, we don't know what's actually happening here. The lady who owns the place says go to the punk room. I don't know what activity they have here, so we'll see what we can get. Right, come on then. Anybody? Is anybody with us in here? Give us a sign. The lady who lives here, she says this place is active in this room. She never told me why. Can you show us a sign, please? Come to the box, the silver box in my hand, and talk into it.
Almost immediately we get a response what appears to say, "I haven't got the time here."
Okay then, we can hear you. Tell us, why do you haunt this place? Was this doesn't look like a prison cell to me though. I don't know what part of the prison this was, but it's not a normal cell, I don't think. Can you tell me what room it was, please?
We are sure the spirit is trying hard to communicate a message to us, but we are unsure of its meaning. Is it trying to say, "Don't allow these things with me"?
It's like a little kid's voice, isn't it? It's like a...
Right,
it seems...
guys, can we just, if we read up there, Sid Vicious boots worn by the notorious Sex Pistols bass player and obtained privately from his mother after his alleged suicide. But alleged suicide.
Somebody just tapped me on the shoulder.
yeah.
I just felt a finger poke me on the shoulder.
Right, is there anything connected to these t-shirts behind you?
Oh, I've gone all cold internally.
Are you attached to one of these t-shirts?
I've got goose pimples. I know it's cold here, but I felt
Honestly,
like
I've got cold.
down
And you
here.
know when something like a prod on your back, it would just straight onto the back of my flipping...
Goose pimples, come on.
I'll tell you now. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you now.
This response was not the voice of any of the team members and clearly making reference to our experiences. Observe closely and directly after you will see an orb-like anomaly move from the left to the right and dissipate into the wall.
I'll tell you now, it was a finger prod on the back of my shoulder, bang, like that, and then all my body went cold, completely cold.
Whoever's here with us, come closer. Do that again. See if you can touch one of us. Tony said he felt someone touch him. Try and make these machines light up. See it, like that. Come near it, you'll affect it with your energy. Same as this one here. The REM pod, as I touch it, you see the lights come on. See if you can do that. Come on. Don't be afraid of us. Use your energies.
That's a combo, isn't it?
We receive another EVP. Is it making reference to the light? We are unsure of its meaning.
Right, okay, in the punk room we've just had a great couple of EVPs. We're not sure what actually paranormal activity goes on in here, but whether it's to do with any of the paraphernalia which is come with it, I don't know.
The team now heads for the jail cell to conduct EVP sessions and to try and communicate with Ronnie Kray, the notorious London gangster.
Let's see what we get.
Mr. Kray, Ron Kray.
If anything could be attached to his
Yes.
suit, I mean, he's not been here, but at the end of the day, who knows?
Have we got any attachment to this suit, Ron Kray? If you're on the other side, come to this silver box in my hand. Talk to us. I'm cold here, I'm cold round here. What's he say, bollocks?
No.
Hold on a minute.
Let's get them out of the milk.
Well, you've got one.
Hang on, as we're just doing this,
Hold on.
let's just...
Be deadly quiet.
Did we just receive communication from Ronnie Kray, the notorious London gangster? We conduct several EVP sessions and all feel the room grow colder. Despite several attempts, we receive no further activity from these sessions. However, we try again in the hope we can make contact and begin to ask further questions about the afterlife and what lays beyond once we pass over to the other side.
Can you tell us what it's like the other side?
Someone just hear a weird noise then? Okay.
Right.
Did we just receive a female response saying, "You can die"? We are unsure and move on to the sports cell area.
Go on, did we have anyone here? Anybody who used to be in this cell? Anybody who likes to visit the cell for some reason? We've got something down on the floor there. I'm sure I just seen a little red light, flashing at the floor. No kit down there, has it? You got this?
No.
No. Tiny little speck of red light. Is that somebody's energy? Because you can see there's 4 of us in here now at the moment. Come and speak to us. Come forward and talk to me if you can. Walk in front, there's a red light there. Or come and talk to me now if you can.
It is clear we get a response saying, "Not again," or "Come and get me." And is this the spirit playing games with us?
I heard no, not again.
Yeah, I thought I saw it. Is he there back again or?
I heard something like "not again." But
Yeah, not
so
again. They're back again.
At least
Yeah.
Are you talking to us?
It said no, not again.
Right, you talking to us because we can hear you. You're probably surprised, but we've just heard a full conversation from you. Come on, walk in here. Have a good chat with us.
This EVP was very chilling, as we were more than sure an entity was in the room with us. Did it confirm that it is standing directly behind us?
You normally don't like to hear the date because you still think you're in the past, I'm sure you do, but we're not trying to upset you. It's November 2014. What do you think to that?
Come on, speak louder to us now. Can you tell us what connection you have with Little Dean Jail, please? Tell us now.
The battery.
It appears there is an unhappy entity in the room, and it makes its feelings known by saying, "How dare you?" Clearly an intelligent response. Next, we move on to the torture cell.
Speak to us. Any connection with the torture items in here? Or anybody who just wants to talk to us?
Can you tell us a bit about these devices here? We need to talk to people with.
Yeah. Come on, we're in a cell here. We've got lots of horrible artifacts hanging up. Even so, this probably wasn't here when you was here. Can you attack one of us? Talk to us. Talk through the box.
Can you tell us how many spirits in this jail? Do you know any names of anybody that's there? Can you come to this green light and let us know you're here, please? Come on.
Come on, did you have a connection with the jail? What's your name?
They've come a long way to talk to you tonight. Say hello to us. Come on. My name's Barry. What's your name?
Oh, I'm busy. You're not lighted.
It appears the atmosphere is rapidly changing in the room and affecting the team. Look closely and you will observe a strange light anomaly pass by Tony. For this we have no explanation. He further repeats this with a close-up shot. Truly, clearly remarkable.
Ooh, I don't like that. Just got a light. You know, like
Can you say Stuart?
Don't carry.
Come on, don't be afraid. Come speak to us, come communicate to us. You're affected zone, you can't see me for a minute. Who are you?
Are you making me feel dizzy? Somebody just touched my head. Honestly, could you just put the top of their head? Who's playing with me then? What's your name? Yeah. Cool, are you affecting me?
It's going cold in here now.
Well, have we got somebody who'd like to communicate? If you've passed over, you've died, you're in the second world where you go to. We need to know. This is what we're searching for, answers. Can you give us some answers? Can you say any of our names? We like doing this game. To play a game with you. There you go, did you hear that?
What was that? I thought it,
That is just come out of the box.
I thought it was Barry. No, it wasn't. It was a.
Want to play a game then? Let's play the name game. Go on, say Barry. You say Tony. You say Gary. You say Stuart.
Did the spirit say, Tony, what you are about to witness is increasing activity and one of the most shocking intelligent responses we've encountered. Observe, chilling and spine-tingling confirmation of an intelligent entity amongst us.
You say chop his head off? Oh, God, what was that? That scared me. I mean, as soon as I bend down, it's... Oh, you son. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Keep your head down.
Put your head down there.
I'll put my head down again.
We are playing a game then.
Go on. What are you going to do? Come on, tell us something.
He's got his head down there.
Ready for the chop? Chop, chop, chop.
He did it in the static when he made like a chopping noise in the static then.
Come on, what was this chopping block done for? What happened with it? Chop. Chop!
Oh,
hey!
Oh, yeah.
That is unbelievable! Chop! Chop!
Well done.
I'll tell you what, that's made me feel weird, that is.
It's gone cold, hasn't it? I've got really
Oh
cold.
my God!
Come on, get talking.
Oh, no. What do I do? Harry's turn. Chop.
The spirit says, chop. Was this clear reference? It did indeed understand our questions and replied in an intelligent manner. Was it playing a game?
That's a
Did
weird.
it just come out then? I think the speaker, I've got a few lights, so something just come out that I think the speaker or the SB7 then with my way.
Okay. I've got my head down here now.
Go on, what are you going to do to Barry?
We were not disappointed. The next EVP appears to be a disembodied sound of an axe beheading someone. Clearly bizarre, but very macabre.
Take the news to me. Tell us again. What are you going to do to me?
You say Jimmy?
You're letting me off. And I go home. What do you use this thing for? What's it for?
Well, we're going to another room now, alright. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheerio to us.
Bye-bye. All this news is doing me anyhow. Is it designed to freak you out, all this news?
It's working.
Did you want to do a little one? We can't really do one here, can we? It's going to contaminate. We'll go right down the other end, really, haven't we?
Can't hear what the film that is. My favourite film ever. Well, that's
The
freaking me
woman
out.
there.
Look, you never want to be that close to a real skeleton, do you? And the coffin, mate. That's absolutely rancid. Should I scout for it?
Oh, yeah.
Should we talk with it?
That's what we're going to do. Shall we do all that?
Yeah, go on then, let's talk. Hey, let's talk with us. Let's talk with a real skeleton now. This
Put that near the old scallywags.
put it, yeah, not too close to it, maybe. On the floor, Barry, near it. This is weird, isn't it? Well, this is a first, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a
mate.
real,
God, it's cold in here.
but it's real. That's the thing that's doing me in. That ain't not. That's real. Oh God.
There it is, a murder victims.
Can you give his
Yeah.
name?
Old carved coffin used for medical and educational purposes by a crime psychologist. This victim had been stabbed to death and had lost a lot of his fingers during his torture prior to his death.
We don't know his name.
Quickly up to something here.
Right, Skellington. I know you shouldn't be calling you that. I know you're real. You lost 2 fingers. You was murdered. Any chance you could? I know you must keep a look on your skeleton. If it's unusual. Not many people have the skeletons like you have. In a way, it keeps you alive, doesn't it? Would you like to come and speak to us? Because you must look over yourself as you're in that box there. You must be here with us now.
Was the next response the spirit of a murder victim reaching out and trying to make reference to its missing fingers? We find this spine tingling and wish to question further for more answers.
That's weird, isn't it? Is that female though? Well, I'll stand a bit closer to you then. I don't really want to. Whoa. I'll just hit your coffin lid, which isn't brilliant.
That's
If
a
you
male.
can touch if you can touch Tony's shoulder.
I'll never do this ever again.
It's a male skeleton, that.
Yeah.
Right, what's your name then? I'm close, as close to a skeleton as I'd ever imagined there'd ever be, a real one. But if we can communicate with you even better, we've just heard a clear voice. What is your name, please?
That's me.
Yeah, right then, listen.
Was the spirit telling us we were in trouble or relaying a trauma of the past involving its impending murder? This is macabre and revealing.
Sound like Get Out, but that's all.
You're touching the skeleton. That's that close. It's me. Oh, you touch one every day.
I don't want to. Right, come on then.
Yeah, but yours has got skin on it.
You lost your fingers then. Can you say fingers for us for this box in my hand? Just say fingers out of interest. Can you say that? Right then, so get me out of here. Listen to this. Listen. What? Who's in? So, are you the skeleton saying, "Get me out of here"? Is that? I know this is absolutely bizarre, but is that your voice? You don't like being in here because you're stuck in the, you know, in the box in a museum. Is that you?
Get some activity from now. 0 degrees. Energy in it.
Come on, are you in here? Taking away the chap in the coffin. Who else comes in here then? Could be someone totally else. Somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else.
Receive an instant EVP, unsure to what it is saying, but the temperature drops rapidly to 0 degrees, and we get a spike on the millimeter of 327 milligauss, an indication big energy is around us.
Somebody else. Who's here, please? Come and speak to us. Come on, it's not a very nice room here. It's full of horrible pictures on the wall which I can't show anybody. Absolutely disgusting, actually. But before we go from here, give us a clear sign, a clear voice, please.
It is apparent to us the skeleton room is becoming very active. We've had temperature spikes down to 0 degrees and a milligauss megaspike of 327. We decide to pursue further using the SB7 spirit box.
Anybody else here like to speak to us? How many of us are in this room?
Were we getting an intelligent response from a spirit when it replied saying all his fingers when Tony asked how many he was putting up?
What got you in your face?
Did he say 4 only? You had 5 fingers up then. He didn't ask how many fingers though.
Oh, I'm getting cold again, all through the body.
Come on then. You can speak through that box. I don't think it's right that your skeleton is not being interred.
Was this the voice of a child reaching out and asking for our help?
Come on, what is your name? The skeleton here. What's your name? Come on.
Tell us your name. Spirit must still be with you. Tell us your name.
Right. Feel sorry for you being in that box, to be honest with you. It's not fair.
Well, we're going to have a conversation amongst ourselves. If you want to join in, you can do. What do you think? Let's just have a talk between ourselves. Because I don't think this person wants to talk to us. So what do you think to the night so far, Barry?
Tonight, so far, really good. A lot of stuff here tonight. And we're capturing it.
Sing on. Sing on. Sing on. Sing on.
They are.
Single.
Come on, who's your name? What's your name of the man in the coffin? If it's not you in the coffin, but you know his name, what is his name? Help us.
Did we just receive a direct reply to our questions asking what the name was of the skeleton in the coffin? Did it say Stanley? We are perplexed.
There's a man downstairs called Carl. Can you say Carl's name? Carl. There's a man called Tom. Can you say Tom?
Frozen.
Yet again we receive a direct reply from a male spirit asking us what is happening. Is this direct reference to a spirit who can sense our presence in the room and is aware of us?
Come on, sorry, quite missed it. What is the man's name in the coffin?
We are amazed to receive a reply in French saying Dupel. Although there is many derivatives for this translation to English, it is remarkable to us that we seem to be engaging a French entity.
Come on, as clear as you can. Talk to us as clear as you can. Tell us the man's name in the coffin.
Tell us what cell to go to next. What's the worst? What's the worst one? Or name the person you want to go down the road.
You want us to leave this room?
Shall we leave? Say bye-bye. Say bye. We'll leave.
We'll go out of this room now.
Right, we're going to count some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's next?
I think there was a little thing there, that little, I think that was a 5. I heard it. James? Are you in the room with us? There's a little boy called James, sometimes seen upstairs here.
Did we just receive a female response expressing anger at us? It is becoming clear the skeleton room is active and way beyond our expectations.
Do you want to play a game?
If you're in this room with us, James, don't come to one of these lights that's shining.
Did you know it's November 2014? What year did you die?
We decide to finish our EVP session in the skeleton room and move our investigation into the wall cell. We wonder what we will discover here and what might be in store for us, and whether or not we will receive communication.
Alright then, got this object in my hand. I won't call it a speaker because you might not know what a speaker is if you're from the past. Come and speak to us through it.
Look closely and you will see Barry and Stuart get affected by the energy in the room. There also appears to be strange light anomalies emanating from the spirit box speaker. This phenomenon is very common in the paranormal world and is often conducive to making people feel sick, dizzy and disorientated. We have no explanation for this, nor the bangs and noises that come within this room.
Come on. Was that you making that hammering noise?
Again.
I received a reply from a male spirit saying, "A game? Does it want us to play?" And was this response in direct reference to a bang noise we heard at the start of this session? This is very intriguing.
Come on, you can talk through this in the hand. Talk to us. You can make a tapping noise through it if you want, make any noise. That banging noise. That tapping noise were you making, was that you when you were in this jail, in this cell, sorry, banging on your door? Can you tap 4 times?
But what's the male in here then? He doesn't like the females. What's your name?
We appear to receive 2 EVPs, one female and one male, saying bastard and Edward. This room is becoming active and we seek further answers.
Very good, come on. Can you say that again? Tell us your name again.
Are you going to harm us?
There's nothing in here, it's almost like gunfire, isn't it? I mean, we've got military stuff around us, whether any of this was ever warm and subdued.
We received 2 EVPs in succession. One clearly says, "Forgive me." The other, we are unsure of what it is saying. And did we hear disembodied gunshot sounds?
We've come a long way to talk to you tonight. Come on, talk to us. My name's Barry, what's your name?
Can I ask you a strange question? Do you believe in the living? When you died? What happens when you die? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell?
Are you in heaven now? Tell us, are you in heaven?
We receive a response that is quite chilling and pertains to an act of violence. We are not sure if this is aimed at the team or a threat from the past. A male spirit is becoming aggressive towards us.
Who's in here with us? Come on. Can you see us standing here in this room?
Like a woman's voice.
Yeah. If you can see us standing there, how many others are there?
We engage a female spirit telling us we are lonely. Is this reference to a trapped soul or souls that cannot escape the jail and are stuck in a residual plane?
Jump.
Guns!
Jump.
Guns!
Jump.
Guns!
Did you say dance? You want to dance with us?
Your lady that wants to dance. Is that what you're telling us?
Move to the next room.
Right, we're going to go now. Going to say goodbye.
Cheerio.
Come on, give us one more sign through the box. Is it you, James, again? Come on, James. Talk to us. Okay, bye-bye.
We've had some strange experiences tonight. A couple of really good sessions on the spirit box, in particular one that sounded like Chop, as Tony was putting his head down there, and getting some great responses from some males and some females. See how the night goes from here and see what we can find. With the activity decreasing in the war cell, we move onwards towards another investigation area. This time we decide to enter the football cell, hoping to communicate with any entities that may reside in here. So far, we are amazed at what we have encountered. Who is that that tries to communicate and come through? Come closer, use all our energies. Who's the person that just spoke to us on these devices we've got? We heard something. What's your name? Tell us your name, please. The spirit we called out to gave us an instant response. We are unsure to what it is saying to us.
Something there.
That's a good one.
Like
I'll tell you what,
pattern.
just before you played it, a light went across, round past Barry and down. And every time that seems to happen, the EVP seems to be clear. And all the places we go.
To be honest, when we've been down, earlier on when we was down, I was getting things going around, and I never like saying till.
I mean, is it a bug or is it paranormal? But it always seems to tie in. When a light shows, the EVP sound 10 times clearer than the usual static based ones.
Probably the drawing energy, isn't it?
Come on then.
Come on, all your energy's here. Come on.
Here we go. Come to the silver box in my hand. Can you say one of our names? Barry, Gary, Tony, or Stu?
I'm Barry. Shout Barry first.
Get me out.
We received 2 successive EVPs. Are we in the presence of 2 entities? One appears to dislike us, saying, "Get out of here," and the other is saying, "I'm trying to get back."
Get me out of it. Listen.
Yeah, dude, that, yeah.
Listen.
Oh, very good.
But did you hear the little tone before? It said, I'm sure it said Barry, get me out of here. He's not asking Barry to get him out of here, is he? Go on, Barry, have some more questions.
I think Carl had gone out to get the camera. Tom was wandering around somewhere behind you. I walked around here and I got to here and I had, hello, a male voice in my ear, as clear as I'm telling it to you now. So I just said hello back, and then over the spirit box it said his name Peter.
What you just heard was Joe telling us of a personal experience she encountered during a sweep of the courtroom area, so we all decided to investigate to see if we can make contact with the spirit Peter, using several EVP sessions, REM pods and K2s.
Peter, can you come and say hello to me again, please, my friend?
Hey up, stick. Yeah. Thought we had a little voice come out at the same time as that as well. Can you stop it now, please, if that's Peter?
Thank you.
There you are.
Thank you, Peter.
Right, Peter, is this your voice?
Look closely, you just heard a response, and in this session there appears to be activity on the REM pod and several strange light anomalies. Already we feel the air is charged, leaving us with no option but to pursue further with questions. We are also sure we are dealing with an intelligent entity, as it appears to turn the REM pod off by command. We are astounded.
Peter, was that you? Go back to that red light and set it off again. Come on, Peter. Do you like women or do you like men? Who do you prefer?
Is that because of the temperature?
Yes, it's on temperature.
Hang on. Turn it off, please, if that's you, Peter. Come on, turn it off. Turn it off if you like women. There you are.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Right. So Joe's here. Did you clearly speak to Joe? Why can't you speak to us that clearly now? Impress us if you can.
Look closely, you will see a strange light anomaly emanate from the Ku Klux Klan figure. This seems to validate the activity within this room, and we have included a close-up shot of that strange phenomena. See how it manifests from the mannequin. Astonishing.
What's your connection with this building? Why are you still here? Did you cause trouble here? Is that why you brought here? Can you say the jail? Is it a jail? Do you know it is a jail? Carl is in the chair. What have you got to say to Carl for being in the chair?
Also,
Is it? Yes, it is.
Whether or not it started to affect the kitty, are you feeling rough then, Carl?
I've got chest pains.
Well, this battery just started going off, and it normally, once it goes, it goes. Are you affecting Carl? My head's throbbing.
My hand's banging again. I think it's a pain.
Come on, fry me. Electrocute me. Did the crime. Give me the punishment.
Go on, you heard him. Somebody flick the switch. Can you flick the switch? Oh, come on, I'll go and stand near the gym and I'll go and stand near Carl, because you're very localised, aren't you? When you want to talk, it's got to be right in front of the person, so we can't hear you. Come on, I'll point you right down. Come on, he wants you, he's strapped in the chair. He wants you to flick the switch. Look, he can't get out. He's stuck here.
Come on, let's finish him off.
Talk now if you can.
That sounded like somebody was pissed off.
Let's just put it near there.
This EVP was truly shocking. Did we just hear an intense response from Spirit saying, "Go ahead, fry him"? The team are astonished by this.
Can't hear
Makes
me.
something nervous.
Listen, you can't hear me or something. God knows, that's it. Okay, right, we've had a real clear... Okay, maybe you're not connected to the chair. If you're frustrated with us, as we're talking, there's a light up there.
Yeah, no,
Oh, was that then? You might be frustrated with us. You might be someone who just spent time in this cell. Now, if that's the case, come towards me and Carl and Barry. You've got a triangle here. The energy's there. Come and tell us now. We're on your side listening to you now. Time in the cell. What did you do to end up in here?
What was that?
Somebody just grabbed my fucking leg.
I just thought,
Are you laughing at us?
make the chair move what Carl's in.
This was a good idea at the time. Can you say my name, please?
What's Carl sitting in?
You reckon Joe Pop?
During this session, we receive a female EVP. This too was also captured in the corridor on a static EVP recorder. It appears to say Tony, and it was very loud.
I heard it.
I heard that.
What was it?
Shepherd boys out
It was in
there.
them outside, but we would have caught that.
It sounded like it was in here. didn't it?
It was a...
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, they're not there. Wow.
It was like the similar sort of thing there on the stairs.
That was in the room, not on the spirit box.
It's over there.
What was that?
What was that? Did you hear some
Oh,
lady?
Was it voice?
Voice again.
Yeah.
So, hello?
That was sounding like it was on the spirit box this time.
Hello? That was a lady then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we actually caught that, hopefully.
It sounded like come over that side of the room.
Well, wasn't this spirit box or it
No,
sounded?
no,
It
from
wasn't.
there. Yeah, I've gone all freezing cold. Yeah,
Is
just,
it?
hey, is there a lady here who's just shouted from behind that door? Come and talk to us. Just heard something again.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you then? Come on, I had a lady's voice beforehand. Come back please and speak. Not the speak. Not the speak. Not the speak. Not the.
Truly amazing, we hear an aggressive male saying "get out of here" and several female responses that appear passive in rapid succession.
Feel that energy changing.
It just feels weird in there.
It's really getting quite heavy.
Yeah, my breathing's just gone off. Right, come on, they've obviously got something going off in here now. Is the boss coming here? We got a jailer or something? Just had this feeling like a jailer.
When we first moved in, my son was 3 with severe language delay, so he was very difficult to understand. But as soon as we moved in, he consistently started talking about his new big brother James. And I thought he just had an imaginary friend. He used to get really cross with me if I set an extra place at the table or anything, and sort of, there was just so many things that he came out with. Not that I can remember a single example now, where he only watched CBeebies and was with us, so I knew exactly what input he'd had. And he came out with such strange things really consistently.
What was his name? Your friend that you used to talk to? What was? Can you say the person's name? Who it was? Something what?
Sounds like they're coming to get me, listen.
No, they're coming to find you.
Oh yes, I'll listen to this.
That is clear as bell.
Listen.
Yeah. Was this James, the resident spirit, saying to us they are coming to find him? Everyone in the room heard this response, and it sent shivers through the body of the old team.
Yeah, coming to find you.
They're coming to find you.
Let's just play one more back in, without no one speaking.
I've got goosebumps.
Encased, enraptured, chastened by the ticking sands of time, the walls are inerrant with fear, loathing and evil. Sorrowful pity and pain resides. What lays under the moonlit night as we open the door and step inside the Little Dean jail? A bygone age, souls reaching out like cold tentacles upon the skin. We hear the cries, we feel the pain. We are all cast asunder, incarcerated, and within our hearts the sadness remains as we walk the wheel of the Little Dean jail.